to talk about 5 ways to get ahead financially because I know sometimes it's really hard to know where to begin. And if you like what you hear, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified of any future videos that come from me, Positively Jane. Now, you've probably heard that the American households are drowning in debt. And the saddest part is that many are drowning without even knowing it. The average American household owes nearly $150,000 in debt across all forms of debt, including student loans, mortgages, auto loans, and credit cards. And with this amount of debt, it's no wonder that nearly 40% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. And it doesn't have to be this way, though. It really doesn't. I remember at age 48 sitting on the sofa sobbing. I was reading a book and asked me if I had enough money to live on when I retired. It said something like, many retirees are so broke they can only afford to eat Alpo. Alpo, dang. I didn't want to eat dog food, so I just cried. We were broke. Yeah, we were. But if you looked at us, you wouldn't say that. We had a nice house and 2 newer cars. Our clothes were nice, and we even had a little vacation house and a boat. The thing is, all but 1 car was financed. We really owned nothing. We had no savings, no emergency fund, and we were 1 step away from financial disaster. But you see, I had no idea. It never occurred to me that we were living on the edge, like so close to the edge. The book I read was a total wake-up call for me, and so I went to work to save money. We paid off the car, we sold the vacation house and the boat, and we saved and saved and saved some more. I sold everything that was not needed, and I told the kids to hang on tight because they were next. Now, I just read the craziest article. It said that 64% of Americans aren't prepared for retirement and 48% don't care. Don't care. And my heart just broke. They aren't prepared and they don't care. And my mind goes to why? And then I realized that it's hard. And if no one shows you how, it's impossible. If not for the book that I read and the steps that I was shown, I have no idea where we'd be today. So if you're looking at ways to get ahead financially, here are 5 great ideas. Number 1, invest in you. Pay yourself first. You earned it. So why not set aside money for you first? Start with 10% of your gross before tax income and move your way to 20%. Place it in a savings account or better yet, invest it for a higher rate of return. And in order to do this, you might have to cut back on expenses, but I promise it's worth it in the long run. You don't want to eat dog food, do you? Number 2, stop throwing money away. When was the last time you looked at your credit card statement? I mean, really looked at it. How many ghost expenses are there? How many apps and subscriptions are you paying for that you no longer use? A friend of mine just went through her account and was able to save $400 a year. Number 3, start a budget. Try the 50-30-20 plan. And I have a blog post about that. You can go to positivelyjane.net/blog and I'll link that below. But unfortunately, budgets have a bad rep. Me, I love them because I'm free to make financial decisions. If the money's in the account, then it's available to spend. I would like to encourage you to start a budget, and one great online budget is You Need a Budget or YNAB. This is what I use and I love it, and again, I'll link that for you below as well. So in the 50-30-20 plan, 50% goes to your monthly expenses: mortgage, rent, car, debt, clothes, food, utilities, entertainment, etc. 30% goes to wants, vacations, home renovations, stuff like that. 20% goes to your savings and retirement. That's your 50-30-20 plan in a nutshell. And number 4, match your spending. Now, this was a new one for me, and I love it. If you're having a hard time sticking to a spending plan and not savings, try this. Before you spend money on something you want, put the exact same amount of money in a savings jar. You will be able to see how much money you could be saving or using to pay off debt. If you can't afford to save the money, which is match your spending, then you can't afford to spend the money either. Number 5, evaluate your spending. Unless you inherited money, you work hard for what you earn. Stop spending on things you don't need to impress people you care nothing about. Before you make a purchase, take a step back and ask yourself, Would I rather own this or invest the money? Will I own it in 10 years or will it wear out? Is this a wise use of my money? Once you can take a step back and evaluate your spending, it will be easier for you to actually determine if it's something you want or you don't want. Okay, that's it for now. And as always, I'm encouraging you to find your financial freedom and joy. Until next time. And I hope these really help you get your money on track.